Good morning, guys. Ricky here with the Backpacking Scouter. We are on day 22 and we're up and at 'em, moving on the trail. Doing really good this morning. Didn't sleep as great last night. Had a hard time falling asleep, but I think once I fell asleep, I slept kind of hard. So that was good. Last night we were setting up camp. Just got through dinner. Had a nice surprise. Had one of our trail friends pop by as he was trying to catch up with some other folks. Sage, he popped in towards kind of pretty late in the day and decided he'd just call it the day there and set up camp there with us. So got an opportunity to chat with him, whereas we've seen him a couple times on the trail, but really haven't got to talk to him much and get to meet him. So it was fun to get to hear some stories about his time and how things have gone and his aspirations and stuff before and after the trail. So it was a cool conversation last night. We ended up camping in a beautiful spot, as those of you that have been following us saw. It was right on the ridge line, gorgeous views of the valley. It's just amazing. Today is one of hopefully our last days of major miles. I think hitting big milestones. We woke up this morning about 40 miles from the end of the trail. So our goal is to get there tomorrow. So that means we got to figure out how to make up those 40 miles. So we could easily do, our average has been 19 to 20 miles a day here lately. And so we could easily do it that way, but then that puts us, typically we don't get to camp till close to 6, sometimes later. So our goal today is to try to put it in as many miles as we can, with the goal of close to 23 or 24, so that we then have like a short 16-mile goal tomorrow, which would hopefully get us out around 2 o'clock or so. So we would have plenty of time to get out, go to our rental, shower, maybe even have an early lunch or a late lunch, and then still go have a good late dinner at some point. So those are the goals for today. We're on segment 27 this morning. We should get to, if all goes well, we should start and get into some parts of 28, which will just leave us with 28 tomorrow. But we'll see how the day goes. Looking at the graph, we don't have any major climbs. I think there's always going to be climbing on the Colorado Trail. I think we still got 3,000 plus, maybe even 3,500 of elevation for the full day if we do the 24 miles. But at least the first 10 to 15 miles looks to be pretty mild. So we're hoping to use our earliness of our legs strength and first thing in the morning to put some miles on before lunch. So we'll see how it goes. But outside of that, it's been a great trip so far. We've absolutely loved the trail. Like I said, every segment seems to be almost like a different personality. There's different beauty to witness. So totally been so thankful to get to do this and get to spend the time with Liam. It's been amazing. But stay with us and we'll see you guys on the trail and see what segment 28 has to offer us today. Hey guys, so we made it to camp. Just been a long day and having a lot of fun, and almost forgot to do our ending session of chatting with you guys and letting you know how the day's gone. So we ended up, we set our goal for 24 miles in order to help us get in a good position to get out at a decent time tomorrow so we could go and enjoy Durango tomorrow afternoon. Well, surprisingly to us, we ended up running into a bunch of our hiker friends that you had heard me say shout outs to a couple days ago, to a bunch of them. And we weren't expecting them to kind of be in this area before we got off trail, because they weren't supposed to get off trail till like Sunday or Monday for some of them. But they had been making such good time that all of a sudden they popped up and we ran into them today. And so come to find out, they all decided they're going to get off trail tomorrow, same time as us. So we've just been having a great day today, hanging out with them. We've kind of been leapfrogging along with them, hiking along the way. We stopped, had lunch together at one place. We had stopped at a lake, did some swimming and some, soaking of some ankles and stuff about 3/4 of the way through the day, and then kind of motored on along the way to kind of get on the trail, and then found out, around the 24-mile mark where we were planning on trying to camp, it was nothing but switchbacks and stuff going down the mountain. And so we really had to push ourselves. And so for us, that was a lot for Liam and I, but we made it to 26 miles where we got down to this really cool little place here near the creek. It had a little bridge, and it leaves us with only 14 miles to get out tomorrow. So that'll be really cool. The views today going through segment 27 and 28 have just been amazing as usual. They've just been glorious. On kind of watching everything and looking at everything. I've had to watch myself not to trip, because you're staring out at all the views and trying to watch the trail, and they're pretty rocky trails and downhill and a lot of stuff today. So ended up being a pretty long day, but it's just been an amazing end to our journey. To be able to have our last night, we're hanging out with everybody, telling stories about the trail, and just having our last night with our good trail family that we've met along the way. Shout outs to all of them. Sage, Moon Dance, Bad Habit, Downhill, myself and Liam. It's just been, it's just been a fun day to have. So really been enjoying of that. Tomorrow, easy day. We're going to be, like I said, 14 miles. So we'll probably try to get up semi-early and try to get to the trailhead around noon, 1 o'clock, something to that nature. I've got a good surprise happening for it. I've asked my wife to bring some pizzas and some Powerade for all of us at the end. So it'll be our last little trail magic for everybody as we get out, because I tell you what, we've been craving some food. So I think we're all going to chow down on some big, thick crusted supreme pizzas when we get to the end of the trail. So it should be an amazing day. We also too today are about a mile, well, maybe about 2 or 3 miles before we got to camp, saw a black bear for the first time. Was really kind of hoping not to see one, but thankfully it was one of those scenarios where, we saw it saw us, and then it ran up the mountain and got out of our way. So hopefully we don't encounter any on our last night here being near the stream, as I'm, know that those guys can travel a good distances and have a pretty big territory that they work for that. So the trip has just been amazing. I've mentioned it many times. If you ever have any aspirations to do the Colorado Trail, you absolutely should. I'm going to have quite a few more videos that I'm going to put out to talk about gear at the end of it and some of the other things, just to tell you what worked for me and what it didn't work for me, and what I thought about some of the gear after it's all said and done. But those are to come here in the next few days as well, or the next couple weeks. Outside of all of that, it's been a marvelous day. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. So I'm going to end the day and just tell you guys, this has been the best thing I've chosen to do. I mean, the memories that Liam and I have made from this, the challenges that we've endured together, has been great. I couldn't have thought of anything better. If you've liked watching these, feel free to like and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming. And then you get to see what we do tomorrow. So we'll see what our last day, our 23rd day, will look like tomorrow as we head out of the Colorado Trail and complete finishing the Colorado Trail for us. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.